I'm going to quickly take you through some of the scenarios. At this point, the cards seem to be stacked against Uddhav Thackeray. It seems like very clearly, increasingly, in fact, Uddhav Thackeray and his chances to survival is bleak. Now, from what we see here as the possible scenario panning out, Eknath Shinde more likely might just come to Mumbai soon enough. He will submit a letter to the governor and maybe will ask for a formal pullout from the Maha-Vikas Aghadi alliance. I mean, right now it's established that they're no longer part of the Maha-Vikas Aghadi, but there needs to be a formal process to be done, and that would mean a letter to the governor saying that we formally pull out support. And then also what we see that Uddhav Thackeray at this point will also try on his end all the might and force and his legal eagles to try and put pressure on the rebel camp. He will also try desperately to woo back those rebel MLAs to see if they can come back to his fold and, you know, immediately stop defections. But again, chances of that also seem very narrow at this point. But of course, Uddhav Thackeray will try his best to convince those rebels. That could be a possible scenario. We're also looking at this point, Uddhav Thackeray, you know, while Uddhav Thackeray and the rebel camp right now are warring, here is the BJP who seems to be in an advantageous position, and they seem to be already readying for a floor test. From what we see here, that the BJP will possibly stake claim for the government. They will in fact, they will approach the governor saying that the Maha-Vikas Aghadi does not have the numbers, and therefore we want them to prove their numbers on the floor of the House. They possibly will stake claim, and they will, of course, coordinate with the rebels, and that's a no-brainer. At this point, they're already in talks with the rebel camp. Even though it's not in front of cameras, it's very well understood that there is heavy strategizing and planning and communication at this point between the BJP and the rebel MLAs. Now, they will also possibly use the governor's office for gains. Clearly, Bhagat Singh Koshyari is a BJP man, and that's understood that the governor will show a soft side towards the BJP at this point in Maharashtra. So, yeah, the fight for political violence. On the other hand, we are also looking at the central government at this point, who might just deploy additional central forces, because we're looking at violence erupting in certain pockets of Maharashtra, with the Shiv Senics very angry with the rebel camp breaking away from the Thackeray clan. So very possible that the centre now will step in, additional forces will be sent for protection and to stop this political violence.